Pre-Civilization Egypt is a small fun game released in October 2016. At first glance after starting it, you may get the impression that you're playing yet another Civilization clone, but you cannot get any more wrong than that. While the art style is eerily similar, once you get it going, you will notice it is vastly different in the mechanics. You start off as a small tribe somewhere in Upper Egypt, and you must find the rightest path to glory. The game is straightforward and linear. You must bring to glory your people, or fail to do so. Even at the easiest difficulty, the game gets extremely challenging when you enter the trials. Concerning the trials, you have multiple to go through, and depending on how fast you resolve them, you will be awarded a quantity of points. The trials are actual struggle the people of Aros had to go through to come up on top and become what we know today as the Egyptian civilization. And struggling is exactly what will happen to you too. Initially, when I first tried the game, even the easiest difficulty was unforgiving, so if you lost ground early on and never gets luck on your side, it's very possible you never actually meet the criteria for trials. Chances has smiled upon us though. As I am writing this review, the easy mode has been nerfed and my preliminary runs shows that it is now properly named for a difficulty. Historically, the game appears to be well researched, showing the path of a small tribe rise to power up to the great kingdoms we all know and wonder about nowadays. Similarly, the gameplay is appreciable too. You assign workers on different tiles and they will bring in resource in a civilization fashion every turn. Clear and straightforward mechanics. Diplomacy is somewhat unique and you can either raid or subdue your enemy or give them resource for a specific number of turns in the hope of becoming friends, thus allowing you to trade and eventually unite them to your chiefdom. Uniting consists of leaving a worker in a friendly village and expending the quantity of resource for a limited number of turns. Fun and easy to understand mechanic. But if you decide to be Malveyan, you can always raid and invade your enemies. There are two types of combat. You initially have a rudimentary method of packing up villagers and hoping for swift victory based on a fixed percentage of chance, and after researching primitive armies you get exactly that, a single stat representing your military might with whom you then proceed to attack your enemies. Your enemies that also have the same stats. Usually the largest force dominates and win battles, but it is still interesting to follow your bars filling or emptying while you have on-screen text describing important moments of the battle. There's also the technology tree that is simple to understand. You pile up culture from different sources and unlocks technology down the tree. Among these technologies, you will also unlock buildings that you'll be allowed to construct with the help of your workers to increase the values of tiles you are working on. The buildings are immobiles, as no matter which you research, each will proceed to increase specific tiles on your map every time. Yes, maps. You have two views of the ancient world. You have the zoom-in view of your settlement, and you have a global view of Egypt. Simple system that reminds me strangely of the game Pharaoh from Sierra, which I am only certain it has been an inspiration for Pre-Civilization Egypt. All in all, the game is interesting and fun, but has limited replayability as you will always follow the same path. For the price, I highly recommend it, and it still gave me a couple of hours of pleasure trying to maximize my results in every trial we get along the way. Hopefully you've enjoyed this review. If you did, make sure to subscribe to the channel to get more. See you next time.